They're shy kids. You're like me. I'm also very shy, more than you guys. Okay. You know Mahamantra? Kids know Mahamantra? How many of you know? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. It's written there. Okay. Repeat after me. Say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Only kids. If you kid, that's fine. Say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Loud. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram.
Hare Ram.
Hare Ram.
Hare Ram.
Ram Ram.
Ram Ram.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
You guys are shy. You're just like me. So we are same. One more time. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
More loud. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare.
Hare Hare.
Hare Ram.
Hare Ram.
Hare Ram.
Hare Ram.
Ram Ram.
Ram Ram.
Hare.
Hare.
What after that?
Hare.
Ram. Krishna. Hare.
Hare.
Okay, very good. Droni bolo. Say a few words for the kids. 5 minutes to inspire the kids. Just anything. 5 to 10 minutes.
I'm going to read. Maharaj asked me to speak. Is this on?
It's on.
Maharaj asked me to speak. I'm definitely not qualified, Maharaj, but
You are qualified.
I'll
Go.
do my best.
Yes.
Mama Gyanan Devanandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmitavena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. I offer my humble pranam onto the feet of my Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, and I offer pranams to the lotus feet of Siddhanti Maharaj and to the assembled devotees of Vaishnavis here today. Hare Krishna. So I didn't prepare anything, but what I can do is I can read a shlok from the Bhagavad Gita that I feel resonates with me. And I think it's also important for everybody to understand this shlok as well. So I'll read it. Dahino asmin yatha dehe komaram yovanam jara tatha dehanta praptir dhiras tatra namuyuti. So the translation is, as the embodied soul continuously passes in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. So essentially here, we are talking about how my name is Rohini, right? But I am not this body. I am a soul. And it's important to understand that because while we're here in this material world, we all go to school, we all go to extracurricular activities and things like that, and we nourish ourselves materially through education and things like that. But it's also important, I'm speaking mostly to the kids here present today, it's also important to nourish the soul spiritually as well. So by coming here and practicing even a little bit, even if you don't understand, even if you don't have motivation, I'm so happy that everybody's here showing up, and please feel free to ask questions. We're all here to learn, and as important as it is to nourish, to maintain yourself materially, it is also just as important, if not more, to maintain your soul by chanting the holy names, just as we chanted just now. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. So if nothing else, we should hold on to the Hare Nam Mahamantra, and we should chant every day. If we can't do that, well, we should all be able to do that. But if not,
At least one round.
yes, at least one round. And I myself am working on that. I'm nowhere. I'm practicing to the best of my ability. But Maharaj, we're all here. I hope to learn something in today's lecture from you, as always. And I'm just very grateful to be here and to just learn and nourish my soul here today. Hare Krishna.
Anuradha? So guys, think of any question. We're going to have question and answer session. The little ones. What is my favorite food? Good question.
Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadale Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Namaha Vansha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Eva Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So offering my unlimited Koti Koti Dandavat Pranam to the dust of the lotus feet of my Diksha Gurudev and my Harinam Gurudev. And also to my grandfather Guru, and also to the same pranam unto the dust of the feet of Sripad Siddhanti Maharaj, and all the assembled Vaishnavas, Vaishnavas in both younger and older bodies. My pranam to all of you. So Maharaj has requested that I speak something. I was actually in a conversation yesterday and the day before. This seems to be a prominent theme about force versus choice. So, especially for us who have or are being brought up in Krishna consciousness, sometimes our parents want us, you must go to temple, you must chant your rounds, you must wake up early, you cannot sleep in. You must, just like you are dedicated to doing your homework and to studying, and we don't like doing those things. But also the same way, we also must get up, perform arti, attend kirtan, come to attend and hear from Maharaj. All of these have to. Because it is a part of our culture, it is what our parents want us to do. So, what do we say? That Matra Dev Bhava, Pitra Dev Bhava. Right? We say that our mother and father are as close to God, they're worshipable as God, right? And then there's also the concept of choice. Choosing to do these things out of a desire, out of a want, out of a craving. And it's almost automatic. So I was hearing actually just a couple days ago from a mother who was also brought up, she was brought up in Krishna consciousness since the 4th grade. And she was describing how she raises her children and that she doesn't really give them much force. That they can do as they like, but they must give pranam to Maharaj, they must attend some of the parts of the classes. And the reason for why she was doing like this is because she said that if they have a taste to go outside and do other things, but she knows how tasteful and how nectarian Krishna consciousness is, that even despite them going outside and doing all of those things, still they will come back home and say, Ma, I didn't really like going to that party. I didn't really like eating that outside food. There's nothing better than your cooking. There's nothing better than prasadam. There's nothing better than coming to satsang. There's nothing better to listening to kirtan. There's nothing better than chanting the holy name. So she, knowing this, she lets her kids do a little bit to have a little bit of freedom, because at the end of the day, she knows the value of choice. Choosing Krishna, choosing Guru, choosing the Mahamantra, choosing Sadhu Sang, choosing all of these things. And really, when you think about it, even in also in all of the adult lives who have found Krishna consciousness and who are raising all of you, they may have not had Krishna consciousness forced upon them. It was a choice for them, because depending on when they came to Krishna consciousness, it was a choice. They found that, yes, I've been raised in this culture, Vaishnava culture, Indian culture, and I want to learn more. I want to get back to my roots, so to speak. But for those of us who have, had the good fortune of being raised, and if we've had some association outside, if we've gone to college and we've seen how other students are also doing, then we're reminded of all of the things of how our youth was. We're reminding of all the satsangs, of all the kirtans, of all of the things that were seemingly so distasteful at the time. But now in our adult life, they're so tasteful. That actively today, that I'm before you in my 30s, but I was also raised in Krishna consciousness, much like all of you. And today in my 30s, I have chosen Krishna consciousness because I know that there's nothing else in comparison. I know that there's so many other paths, so many other directions out there. But ultimately, at the end of the day, there's nothing that compares to the value and depth of bhakti, to the value and depth of choosing Krishna every day, because every day Krishna has chosen me. And when we can see it in that way, that Krishna so much wants to be with us. He wants to see us happy. He wants to see us excited. He wants to see us joyful. He wants to see us without suffering. He wants that for us, but we have to actively choose that. We have to choose to love Krishna. It's not that Krishna does not love us. Krishna already loves us. That is already has been established. But now it's up to us. Now we make the endeavor. I'm going to choose to love Krishna. So with that, I will rest here.
One clapping for her. Okay. And my turn. You want to speak? Yes, sir.
He does.
Yes, you're good speaker.
Speak, Mama.
Come
Say
on.
just 2 words.
You're raised in Krishna
I have
consciousness.
nothing to say.
Come on.
Think about it.
He does. He'll say something.
Go ahead, say
Just whatever
something.
comes to your heart.
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
I really have nothing to say because, we're all here to listen to Maharaja's great lectures. They're very inspiring. I guess just speak to the kids. I can relate to them the most. I'm a kid still. I mean, I know I look older than 19, but it's only a couple years probably older than you guys. And I think the biggest thing I would say is even going to these lectures as a kid, my mind would always kind of go everywhere else. But I feel like the best way to really grasp anything is to just try and focus. I know it's very hard, especially the mind is like the wind. It says that in Bhagavad Gita. It's very hard to try to focus, but even if you could retain one thing from the lecture, it's a very positive step in the right direction. And I feel like the older you guys get, the more you'll be able to understand how important Krishna consciousness really is. And I feel like I understood that the older I got. So just the quicker that you guys realize that, it would be nice. I just feel like everybody just listen to Maharaja's lecture, he knows best, and that's it. Hare Krishna.
Very good. Hare Krishna.
I don't know best. Know least.
I know
You guys know best. ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुमृतं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. Okay, kids, repeat after me. Even if you don't know this, say Namo.
Namo.
Loud. Mahavadanyaya. Krishna. Prema. Pradayate. Krishnaya. Krishna Chaitanya. Namane. Gaura Tushve Namaha. He Krishna. Karuna Sindhu. Dina Bandhu. Jagatpate. Gopeshe. Gopikanta. Radhakanta. Namostute. Tapta Kanchan. Gaurangi. Radhe. Vrindavaneshwari. Vrishabhanu. Sute Devi. Pranamami. Hari Priye. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Everyone, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Okay, good, thank you. I'm so thankful to be here. I think second time, right?
Yes.
Yes. I remember this house and beautiful host. Thank you so much for having this wonderful program, even in the middle of such cold. It's like how much? 20 degrees Fahrenheit outside. It's so cold, but inside is so warm. And why it is warm? Not because of heat, because of presence of beautiful devotees and their love. That's the warmth about. So we heard from these respected speakers. They spoke so well and words of inspiration for not only kids but for everyone else. I'm not going to speak something boring, but it's almost like a kids class. But words of inspiration, how we get inspired. Yes. Once upon a time we were all kids, and what we like to do when we are kids, play. That's the nature of this age, playing, right? Playing with toys. No more toys these days. We have iPad and phones. And a universal complaint of all the mothers around the world. I thought, I've been to China, I thought mothers have different complaints, some other kind of complaints. I was in Brazil, Mexico, Costa Rica, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, Dubai. Universal complaint, all mothers. You know what? These mothers, what is that complaint? Too much?
Screen time.
Screen time. On screen. Not off screen, on screen. Most of the time. And actually it's a fun. It's a fun. We learn so much, right? On screen, we get to know so much information, so much learning. That's good. And also academic education on screen. Some cartoons also screen. I remember when I was a kid, in my days, it was so rare to have color television. All black and white. But in India, the color television was introduced 1982. I was 10 years old. How many of you are 10 years old? 10? Less than 10? Less than 10? Oh, jeez. More than 10? Most of it. Of course you. Yeah. So color television. And in those days, in our school days, there used to be one episode once a month used to come on a television. I don't know if this exists today or not. It was Star Trek. Yeah. And He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Remember? You have this here?
It's still
We used to
here.
have in India.
It's still here.
Very fond of seeing that. Mother used to tell, come, eat. No, wait. Let this episode finish. 40 minutes, something like 30-40 minutes. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And the Star Trek. Hota tha, Pankaj? Yeah. Anyway, That's very nice, entertaining. But also, some very inspirational videos we see. It gives so much inspiration. For example, just for the kids. There used to be a small boy, a boy and his friend. The boy was like 8 years old, 7 to 8 years old, and his friend was very young, like 4 years. And they used to live in village, having nice time playing in the fields. Once upon a time, they were running to see who wins the race, and they came across one well. In India, in villages, they have well. The young one, he fell into the well. And there he's screaming loudly, "Save! Help me! Help me!" And there was no one around to give any support and help. There was no one around because everyone was in the village, and it was just outskirts of the village in a well. Now this boy was just 8 years old. He was wandering, screaming and shouting, which direction should I run? To whom should I say to come and protect my friend? And if I run in village and inform them, it's going to be too late. What shall I do? What shall I do? Then he got a click. There was a bucket with a rope. He threw that bucket into the well and told his friend to hold this and I'm going to pull you out. But the friend of well, who was in the well, young boy, he lost all hope. He said, "No, you can't. You don't have that much energy." He said, "Believe me, I can try my best. Just hold on that rope." So he did because he was in trouble. Now the friend B who was outside, he started pulling the rope. He applied all his efforts, all his strength and efforts, because it was an edge of life and death. And finally, he accomplished saving his friend. He saved his friend and pulled him out from the well. And he was totally soaked. And they both hugged each other. The young one said, "Thank you so much. You saved my life." If a young one says thank you so much, it means a lot. We just say thanks to each and every, "Oh, you gave me water, thank you so much. You hosting program, thank you so much. You cooking, thank you so much." But valuing that thanks, and if a young one say thanks, it really means it comes from the heart. He gave a very warm, tight hug to his friend and he said, "Thank you so much. You saved my life." And they both were in tears because they were going through so many emotions at that moment. So many emotions. And finally, the elder one, he put the younger one on his back and he brought him to the village. And then he shouted, "Everyone come out! Everyone come out!" They all just came out from their homes and of course the parents. And so the boy is totally soaked. What happened? What happened? Then he narrated the whole story. We were playing and with my younger brother, not brother but friend, it happened so that he fell into the well. Then everyone was wondering, then who saved him? The 8-year young boy boldly said, I saved him." They didn't believe him. "No, you're lying. Something else." Say, "No, believe me, I did this." How come? You have so much strength. What was that strength? Any guess? What was the strength of that boy who managed to pull that the younger one, out from the well, which was so deep. What was that strength? Any guess, Ronnie? Krishna, Raman?
Faith,
Faith,
endeavor,
endeavor. Any other answer? Just make a guess. Follow?
love,
Yeah, you're discussing with your brother. Just say it. Huh? What was that strength? The strength. There was no one around those boys to say, you can do this. That is the strength. There was no one around those boys to demoralize them or to say, you can do this. That was the strength. We can do a lot, we can achieve a lot. There's nothing which is impossible. There's nothing which we can't do. We can do everything. It's just the strength which is inbuilt, and it comes out when when we are on the edge of we have to do this, or if there's a choice, I must do this. For whom? For my happiness. It's not something to be enforced or imposed. By choice, I'm going to drive pleasure by doing so. But just like in the beginning, we don't know the taste of some different varieties of food. But mother sometimes force you. It's not force, it's just love of a mother. She wants to make you taste something like a new bread or the new ice cream in the market. It's a new flavor. Taste this. No, I only want chocolate. My favorite is chocolate flavor. No, this is new, strawberry taste. Try this. No, mom, no. Then she sometimes, try this, I'm telling you, this is so good. Taste this. And forcefully put in the mouth. And the child thinks, I'm going to spit anyway. But moment it comes to the tongue, and a taste comes. Whoa, this is amazing, better than chocolate. Then the taste develops, higher taste. And moment the higher taste develops, there is no need to tell the lower taste to go away. It just vanish with the development of that higher taste. We dwell in this world with so many different flavors. Actually, everything is a flavor. Having a program, speaking a lecture, hearing a lecture is also a flavor. What we try out of this? A flavor. A flavor of happiness. There's a flavor of bliss. There's a flavor of happiness. There's a flavor of sadness. There's a flavor of miseries. Everything has a flavor. Some are palatable, some are not. Like bitter gourd, Karela is also a flavor. I don't think so any kid like bitter gourd. But pastry and cakes, so sweet. Why they are sweet? Why a pastry is sweet?
sugar,
Because of sugar. There's some sugarless pastry, they are also very sweet. Why they are sweet? Because they are sweet. So it's all about lower taste and a higher taste. Any kid below 5 years old likes to play with toys. And suppose if there are 3 kids at home and there is only one car to play with, what happens? Big Maharaja. Big fight. Mommy, I want this car. Dad, I want this car. They fight for small tiny toy. Huh? What happened?
Mom
Mahabharata happened today too.
It happened today?
Yes. Ye dono.
With a toy?
No.
Okay, something
An
else.
outfit. An outfit.
Yeah, it happens. No, I'm only focusing on kids. Thank you. Small ones. I want this toy, I want this toy. So let's say boy B and boy A and B fighting for one small tiny toy which runs with a battery. And mom is trying to explain, the dad is trying to explain to one of the kids, please don't fight. You play 30 minutes, he can play 30 minutes. No, I want this toy. Screaming, shouting, yelling. Then the dad said, okay. Okay boy, you play with this small car, and to the other one, I give you a big bus. The moment the other boy get the bus, then the younger one say, I want this bus. No more taste for the car now. Because bus is like a big thing. What happened? What happened here? Psychological. Moment we develop that higher taste, something higher, the lower taste immediately vanish. And this is for everyone in every areas, not only for young ones, it's also for us, adults also. Moment we get the higher taste, the lower taste immediately vanish. That's the formula. How the higher taste develops? Only by tasting, first of all. And if there is no taste, but I really want to taste, then practicing that taste. Krishna consciousness means loving Krishna, not fearing from Krishna. Krishna is not a ghost. Krishna is God. We are scared of ghost stories, horror stories, movies. But Krishna's stories are very sweet, full of all humor. When he was small, young boy, full of humor. When he get adult, then become very romantic. But when he's young one, he's playing with his friends, like enjoying all the time playing with his friends, especially his foodie pastimes. Very fond of food, especially sweets, malpua, rasgulla, gulab jamun, all that. All the friends of Krishna, along with Krishna, when he was just 3-year young boy, they bring in some sweets, their mothers giving sweets to Krishna and his friends, and they're in the forest on the bank of holy river Jamuna, and they're playing there. Foodie pastimes. Krishna in the middle, and all his friends surrounded like a circle. Krishna sits in the middle. And to a surprise, everyone seeing Krishna, feeling that Krishna is looking at them. Those who are sitting in the back, they also see Krishna is looking at me. How is that possible? Because he has big eyes, like a lotus, a petal, lotus petal, big eyes. So his eyes can roll in the back. And all his friends are watching. Oh, Krishna is looking at me. He's giving me attention. He's giving me, he's only giving me attention. Everyone is feeling like this. Personal attention. And actually Krishna was giving personal attention to everyone. Then they opened up their boxes. Prasadam. Up means the bhoga. Because we always eat prasadam. No? That's why we say prasadam. Yeah, so everyone enjoying that. In the middle of those friends of Krishna, there is one Madhu Mangal, Brahmin boy, very, very fond of eating sweets. And by hook and crook, he wants to grab a sweet. After eating his own, he wants to grab from other plates. So while he's eating, he's watching, who's having the best one? But how to grab? How to get this? How to get this? he got greedy. And greed is something which can make us restless. If we are not greedy, we can't accomplish. Greed is so important. But how we apply that greed, that's most important. Everyone have greed. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. There's always a greed. We can't live without greed. But if we divert that greed in a right direction, then it's very positive. But if we drive that greed in a negative direction, then there are reactions. Without actions, we get reactions. So that friend of Krishna, he wanted to get that sweet, which was malpua. You know malpua? Krishna is very fond of malpua, like a pancake. You know, like a pancake. You know?
She loves Maharaja.
You love malpua?
Yeah.
Okay, you make. I like to. I also want to have malpua because Krishna likes that. Anyhow, so this friend is watching how to get this, how to get this, how to get this, and gradually he's moving slowly, gradually, and came sitting next to his friend. Now I want to divert his attention. We want to divert his attention to some other scene so that he can grab that malpua. And he's thinking, what should I do? What should I do? This is like playful pastimes, foodie pastimes of Krishna with his friends. So then he saw birds were flying. He said, hey, look everyone, birds are flying. And everyone just looked up. And they were wondering, birds are always flying. What is different about this? And when everyone looked up, he grabbed that malpua and put it in his mouth. And he closed his mouth and started relishing this, enjoying this. Wow, desi ghee malpua, full of all spice, wonderful. And when they looked back, when they looked down, hey, where is my malpua gone? Where is my sweet gone? They understood it's Madhu Mangal who did this. Now other friends, they want to teach him a lesson. He always trouble and steal the sweets from our plate. We want to teach him a lesson. So what they did, one of his friend, other friend, was having gulab jamun. You know gulab jamun? Very delicious. You know gulab jamun? You like gulab jamun? So he had gulab jamun, and he put neem leaves. You know neem? Very bitter. In that gulab jamun. Neem leaves. And he came intentionally, sat next to that friend, Madhu Mangal, who was fond of sweets. Then Madhu Mangal saw gulab jamun. Oh, already a flavor is there, just by remembering this. But he didn't know this full of neem, bitter leaves inside. And now he's thinking, what should I do again to distract them from eating? Then he said, hey look how monkeys are jumping on the branch of tree. Hey look. So everyone looked there. The monkeys are always jumping and dancing. What's something special about this? And meanwhile he grabbed a gulab jamun and put in his mouth. It was sweet from the covering, but when the neem and the chili, when he started tasting neem and chili, he started jumping. It's too hot, it's too hot. And then everyone came to know it is he all the time stealing our sweets by testing him. And therefore he jumped into river Jamuna because he was feeling so much spicy. This is how he's imitating. This is how Krishna is always playing with his friends. We can visualize, we can see these kind of videos, which is also entertaining. Not that entertaining that we should also steal like this, but to see how Krishna Even though He is Supreme Lord, but is enacting such wonderful childhood pastimes to captivate the heart, to seek attention from everyone. Because anyone, small, big, whoever, if anyone get along with Krishna, extract what? A great bliss. This is the flavor. A very, very special flavor. Krishna flavor. You know, there is a sweet, we used to have it, it's called Simply Wonderful. Yeah, Srila Prabhupada introduced this. He made a sweet and his disciples asked him, Prabhupada, what is the name of this sweet? So we can't define every sweet. There are rasgullas, there are sandesh, there are malpua, gulab jamun, jalebi. But I was thinking, what name should I give it? How should I define this sweet? He said, Simply Wonderful. And even now, it is famous, right? They sell this sweet by the title, Simply Wonderful. This sweet is simply wonderful. Simple but wonderful. In this way, Krishna, who, even though His Supreme Personality, His Supreme Lord, Anadir Adir Govind Sarvakaranam Karma, He is the cause of every cause. Because of His sweet will, we are existing. Because of sweet will, there are trees, there are plants, there are birds, there are animals. The nature was so beautiful. Is nature beautiful or not? So beautiful. There's so many flowers, different color flowers. Purple, yellow, green, blue, so many different colors of flowers. And there's so many different colors of birds. What's the color of parrot?
Green.
Green?
They also have gray parrots too.
Hmm?
Gray parrots also.
Grey? In India we have green.
Green.
I was in Hong Kong, I think, multicolored parrot. Many colors. So mostly in India we see green color. What is the color of crow?
Black.
It's a school class, right? What's the color of crow? Black. Color of peacock?
Blue and green.
Huh?
Blue and green.
White, blue and
Green.
white. No.
They have
They're also
white.
white?
Yes, they also have white. Like some peahens also.
Okay. Blue, green and some other color?
Brown.
Brown. So many colors, right? So once upon a time, crow, nobody adored crow, right? Everyone wants to see parrot. So beautiful. The crow was lamenting. No one looks at me. And in India, especially in India, there's a tradition, not a tradition, but just like they say, if a crow sits on your roof, chase him away. Because it's not auspicious. So crow was lamenting. Am I inauspicious? No one adores me, no one likes me. They just chase me away. Oh dear parrot, you are so beautiful. See, I look black. And you, green. And there is red mark on your neck. At least you have two colors. When I see you, I appreciate. I appreciate nature. I appreciate the Creator. Why I'm not like you? You know, this competitive spirit, this comparison spirit, this judgmental spirit is all negativities. I am what I am. You are what you are. I have my own outlook. You have your own outlook. So crow has his own outlook. And parrot, but crow is thinking, oh, parrot, you have two colors and so much green. Your beak is also red. Therefore, I appreciate the nature. Alas, I'm not like you, but I want to become like you. When parrot parrot heard this, parrot said, no, I'm nothing. I also have this kind of feeling sometimes. What kind of feelings? I'm not that beautiful. When I compare myself to a peacock. Yeah. So let's go to peacock. The crow and parrot, they both flew and they came to peacock. Oh, peacock, you're so beautiful. Many people come, want to see you. They buy tickets. See peacock, right? $5, $10 to see a peacock. So many colors, multicolored. So they both said, hey, listen, we are same species of life, we are birds. But so much appreciation, you have so many colors. See, crow said, I'm only black. Parrot said, I have 2 colors, but you have so many colors. The peacock started crying. Peacock started crying. Crow said, no, why are you crying? Peacock said, you are the best. Crow said, no, I'm the worst. Why are you saying I'm the best? Peacock said, because because of my beauty, they put me in cage. I can't move freely around. I can't fly like you. No one is putting crow in a cage. Anyone? Put crow as a pet? But peacocks, because of their beauty, they like to put in a cage. He said, I have no free movements. My beauty, my qualities became the cause of my miseries. I want to become like you, crow. No one going to put in a cage. You move freely. So you are better than anyone else. By hearing these words, crow concluded that it's not me, it's not you, it's not peacock. We all are beautiful. Because this is our outlook. Every species of life have their own beauty and their own qualities, their own specialities. Yes, their own specialities. Similarly, in the path of bhakti, there is no consideration of who is elder and who is young. There is no consideration of any gender. There is no consideration of you're American, you're Russian or Chinese or Indian. The flow, the stream of bhakti is for everyone. Everyone, rich, poor, doesn't matter. Man, woman, doesn't matter. Black, white, doesn't matter. No consideration. Only one consideration, that is love. How much I value that love for Krishna. How much He's giving to me. How much I'm appreciating His presence in my life. How much appreciating. His presence is there in everyone's life. We can't exist without Him. And He is sitting in our hearts. Yes or no? As what? Paramatma, super soul. The soul and super soul sitting together. How many souls in our body? Any Matajis? Any guess? How many souls in your body?
Trillion.
You know your body better than anyone else. How many souls in your body? Yes, Mataji.
Think a lot because each cell should have a soul.
Right. Correct. Sometimes when I go to school and universities, I ask students, how many souls? They say 1. I say, what about those cells? How many cells do we have in our body? This is a stack of souls. We are carrying billion of souls in us. So many souls in us. And he said, it is taught to us, always do charity. Help poor people, right? Help poor people, do charity. So what we do? We distribute food, or in this severe cold, -8 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Fahrenheit. If a homeless person on the street, we try to help him with what? Some blanket, some sweater, some jacket. Charity for homeless and poor people. But ideally, all these souls which reside in our body, they are also homeless and they are very poor. Because what is their life about? The cells, they live and they die in 1 second. So many cells die in just fraction of a second. And they get life in fraction of seconds. They are so poor and they need help. They need charity. And how we can help those souls which are in us by compassion on them. How to shower compassion on them? In flights, what we hear, place your oxygen mask on yourself and then help others. If I am dying, how am I going to help others? So first live and then give life to others. A life comes from life. So first being compassionate on ourselves. I am also poor and I am also homeless. No, we have a beautiful house. I live in my home. But this is not our home. We have changed so many houses. We have changed so many homes, different localities. I'm not speaking about physically moving in different locations. But in every lifetime, we are in different location. Our GPS changed in every lifetime. Sometimes we are in China, sometimes in Russia, sometimes in America, sometimes in Florida, California. Seattle is too cold. Sometimes beautiful Hawaii. Sometimes in India. It's not by our choice. So there are many places, or many areas, we don't have a choice. Because the question, she just raised the point of force and choice. Yes, of course, some areas there's a choice. But there are many areas there is no choice. We are forced with our impressions which we are gathering in this lifetime. Accordingly, we assign the body and our location. It can be anywhere in this universe which is made of 14 planets. We can go 7 planets above this earth, 6 below earth. We can move and wander in any of the planets. There is no fix. We have no choice. So there are many areas we don't have choice. If I'm thirsty, I can't say I have a choice. Should I drink or not? I'm forced to drink. Otherwise, I'll die. If I'm starving, I need food. There's no choice. I have to eat. So it's not everything and every areas there's a choice. Especially in this human life, we are bound with the laws of the nature. And laws of nature is very strong. If you violate any law in this country, there's big penalties, tickets. You cross red light, you see what happens. If you're speeding, you ever got a ticket? Yes, alright. Congratulations for getting ticket. Violating law means penalties. Therefore, we are in jurisdiction of this nature, and nature have laws. Right? But sometimes it happens. You speeding, police cop caught you, and you give explanation, it was emergency, something. Okay, I'll see you in the court. And sometime in the court, the judge, when he's judging or give his judgment by hearing your plea, what you have to say and what the officer has to say. Sometimes it happens that he don't apply any penalty. You are excused because the reason is very genuine. Right? It happens sometimes. Even though the laws of nature are very, very strong and intense, but there is one law, there is one very, very important law which surpasses all other laws. There's the law of love. The law of love. First of all, we have to understand what is that love. The law of love, the love for Krishna. If we develop that law, that love, then all other laws are excused. All other penalties are excused. Just to be with Krishna. But who is Krishna? I never seen him. Do he exist? Maybe, maybe not. The question was being asked to Srila Prabhupada in his presence here in America. One gentleman came to him and he said, what you guys are doing all day? Shave your head and just chanting and singing like a crazy person on the streets. Hare Krishna singing. What is this? Have you seen Krishna? He was like yelling at the devotees. Have you ever seen Krishna? So how can you believe he exists? What if you come to know at the end of your life, Krishna doesn't exist? There is no one called Krishna. You wasted all your life. Refrain from eating this, refrain from eating, drinking that, do this, do that. So many do's and don'ts. What if you come to know the end of life? There is no one, there is no Krishna exists. And devotees, they were feeling like what to answer, how to answer. And then came to Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada said, okay, if I come to the end of life, there's no one, no person named Krishna exists. So maybe yes, I wasted my life. But if you come to the end of the life, that there's a person, there's personality, Krishna exists, then your life is 100% wasted. My life is not going to waste because I'm following the rules of the law of the nature. But if you come to know that Krishna exists, you wasted your life. Understand? So there are some things, there are many areas where we have no choice. We are shackled, which are not seen. They are unseen. Just like Krishna is not seen, he is unseen. But do he exist or not? The question comes. How to prove this? To a layman or to a young one in the school. I don't see Krishna, how I believe Krishna exists? Yes? Any answer? Vimanyu? Kanya? 3? How can you prove your friend? How can you prove your friend that Krishna exists, even though we can't see him?
Yeah.
Yes, you. Okay, let's say I'm your friend. Not let's say, I'm your friend actually. I don't believe Krishna exists. How are you going to prove that Krishna exists? We can't see him, but he's still there. How we understand this?
He gave the example like air.
Air. We can't see air, but air exists, right? Very good answer. One clapping for it. You believe Krishna exists?
Yeah.
Gracias. How can you prove this?
Someday here, I think it's Ananda Swami who talks about that many things we do is based on faith, even in material world, like many services we access and things like that, and basically we pay and we do errands and we do things, having faith that there will be a result of that, like there is a system that will work in somewhere or another. So even if you don't believe in God or not, everything that we do in our lives in some way or another is based on faith. And I think that in that sense, I would say something like, you have faith in these things in this material world, but that there is this feeling in the heart that that this is not enough, and it's a matter of feeling that there is a God-shaped form there. And
you're speaking good and you're speaking right, but I'm a faithless person. I have no faith.
faithless person. Yeah.
So I can't understand your philosophy. I'm a layman, I don't know if Krishna exists or not. Maybe I'm wasting my life and my time. Yes, Mataji.
I would say to the person, there's a lot of things that we can't see, but we know they do exist, right? Why are we not able to stay alive all the time? Why do we have to die? Why do we have to suffer? So there has to be somebody in control. That's how I would base it.
Yes. So all of you saying correct.
The sun also. The sun, like it rises every day,
Sunrise every day.
but when it's cloudy, you don't see the sun. But
Yeah, after
it
sunset
doesn't
we
mean
don't
that the
see.
sun.
That doesn't mean sun doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So many reasons and many logics. The best, no, not the best, I would say, but the very simple one is just like for the kids, especially. Can we see this fan? Yes or no?
Yeah.
This microphone, mobile, laptop, all the devices we see. But can we see the electricity? How these devices are functioning? With electricity. We can't see electricity, but doesn't mean electricity is not existing. Everything is functioning because of electricity. Yes? What's the name? No, this. What's the name?
Reina.
Reina. Oh, beautiful name. Who gave you this? So all credits to her. You understand what I'm saying? Can you see Krishna? No, why? Can you see this fan? It's moving or not? Why is it not moving? Because it's not on, right? So when we put on, what will happen? It will move. So what is the meaning of putting on? Switch on, right? So what is present in that switch will make this fan running? What is that present in that switch? Huh?
Electricity.
Yes. One clapping for her. How old are you? 8. Oh, you're senior than me. I'm only 6. I'm also a kid. I act like a 6. Good. This is how sometimes trying to covering up with adults and the kids together. Some things which kids can't understand, and some topics for the adults. So in many areas we have no choice, and we are bound to follow whatever comes on our way. Bound to follow. We have no choice when some troubles comes. We have no choice when some miseries comes. We have no choice when some bad moments comes. And we have no choice when some good moments comes. So Prahlad Maharaj, who was just 5-year young boy, he explained this very nicely. Yatha dukh ayatnat. Nobody invites calamities in one's life. Anyone? Anyone? No. At least one or two should come and knock my heart every day. No. Scared of that. We don't invite calamities and troubles in our life, but they come or not. No choice. So Prahlad Maharaj was just 5-year young boy, younger than any of you here, the kids here. He's giving such wonderful knowledge, so much inspirational. He said, just like we don't invite the calamities and problems in our life, they're bound to come. Similarly, why we have to invite good times and happy moments in our life? They are also bound to come without inviting them. We try to focus more on inviting those good times. But he said, there's no need. Because if we don't invite problems, still they come. Similarly, there's no need to invite happy moments, they will come. So what are we supposed to do? Try to make Krishna happy. Tasmin tushte jagat tushnam. When we water the root of the tree, what happens? The whole tree gets nourished. Yes? Just by watering. Yatha taror mool nishchanen tarpanti taskand bhujok shakha. Just by watering the root of the tree, the whole tree gets nourished. If we just trying to make Krishna happy, the entire creation becomes happy. Everyone start loving you. No enemy. No envious. Everyone start building friendship with you and start loving you because you're pleasing and making Krishna happy with your efforts, with your endeavors, with your sacrifices, making Krishna happy. And when Krishna is happy, the entire creation is happy with you. No enemies. So if I have any enemies, that means Krishna, I'm not able to satisfy or please Krishna. There's some wrong in my practices. And those who made Krishna happy, or even if try to make Krishna happy, you see, everyone becomes favorable to you. Even the enemies get favorable to you. Or if not favorable, at least they get neutral. But no negativities, no negative energies. Even nature changes laws. Nature is very strict with the laws. But even nature changes the laws because there is a rule of law. This is a question. What is the rule of the law? To follow the law. It's a silly question. What is the rule of the law? Just to follow law. Means you are bound to follow the law. But those laws get amendments when one gets along with Krishna. Because this nature belongs to Krishna. We belong to Krishna and He is residing in our heart. As Paramatma Super Soul who is witnessing all our activities. He is witnessing. That's why it's a need of an art. This is necessity. It's not just comfort and luxuries. It is not something which is a traditional. It is not something which is a ritual. It is necessity to get along with Krishna. Now, other question. How to get along with Krishna? Out of fear? If I don't worship Him, He will punish me. If I don't worship my God, God will punish me. That's not the law. No need to get fear from Him. He's the most loving person, we have to just learn the art of loving. The art of loving means the art of living. The art how to love him. What is expecting from me? How can I give myself to him? How much can I give myself to him? The whole focus is on Krishna. And whatever comes on our way, favorable, unfavorable circumstances, they're bound to come, even if we invite them, if we don't invite them. It's inevitable. Bound to come. Rather, we have to use our energy, our focus on something which is so important. It's very important. It's the most important. He is VIP. He's a very important person. Yes or no? But to make him very important VIP in my heart, that's all practice about. We are not the ones to make him important. He's already very important. The president of the country, is he VIP or not? With his positioning, he's already VIP. Similarly, Krishna is a very, very important person. But if I'm making him important, if I'm giving him importance, that varies from person to person. So those who are giving priority and preferences to Krishna, and those who are making them very important, he is going to make you very important. If you're giving him priority, he is going to give you priority. If you're making him least priority, we are on the least priority. This is a law of nature. Therefore, from every perspective, everything, the bottom line is, love of Krishna is the best means to adore him, to thank him, to appreciate him, because I exist because of his existence. If he has no existence, I have no existence. To connect these two different existences is called Krishna consciousness. The connection, the bridge is called Krishna consciousness. To appreciate Krishna, to see, visualize him, even in the nature, even in the dealings, even in reciprocations, which is full of love. Everything is controlled by love. Even in every species of life, birds, animals, they have so much love for their offsprings. The young ones, so much love. I was seeing one video this morning. No, yesterday morning. The video was so nice. I don't know if it is AI or it is real. It's difficult to differentiate. Is AI or is NI? AI means what?
Artificial intelligence.
And what is NI?
Natural.
Natural intelligence. It was snowing and there was a bird, and the bird spread his feather, the mother bird, and her offsprings were just under her feather, like this. She was protecting like this. Who gave that inspiration to that bird, or knowledge or information? It's just natural. Love. In India, how many are familiar with India system? Any Indians here? Yes. How many street dogs are there? A lot, right? And sometimes they get violent. They bite. The best way to control them, just throw bread. Just 2 days. Just throw bread and they will become your pet. They're not going to bark at you. Whereas they're going to bark to other dogs who try to threaten you. How they got control? With just 2 pieces of bread. That's all. There's one story, a true story, happened hundreds of years back. there was a lion in the jungle, and he got pierced with a thorn in his paw. He was screaming and shouting, roaring. But who's going to come near to a lion to save him? See? As the example of peacock I was saying earlier. So beautiful, but he gets stuck with his own beauty. People put him in cage. His qualities becomes can't hear you. Against him, right. I was looking for a word, thank you. His qualities become against him. Lion is the king of the jungle. His king, his Maharaj. But this quality becomes what? Against him. And there was one person, a sage, a sadhu, was crossing the forest to go to some other territory, and he saw a lion roaring loudly in pain. No animal can come near to the lion to help him, save him. But how is going to get? From where he is demanding that help? Who's going to help a lion? Any of us? I will not. What if he's going to eat me? A lion, understand? Huge, big body. He will just grab and eat you. But because this sadhu, he see presence of God in everyone's heart. That's called sadhu actually, not by external attire. But the vision of sadhu is he see the presence of God in everyone, even in lion. So when he saw a lion in pain, without any fear, he came to lion and he took some stone or something and took that thorn out. And the lion roared. So have you ever heard the roaring of a lion? Ooh, heartbreaking. Too loud. So anyway, the sadhu held the lion and then he just ran away. He smeared some mud and tied some cloth. But lion didn't eat that person. What is the food of lion? The flesh, right? But is that lion going to eat that person who's helping him in the pain? He also, or she also have affection and love for her cubs. After a while, there was a theft happened in the palace of a king. The thief, he stole some gold, something, and the police, means the bodyguards, were running after him. And intentionally he threw that bag at the outside the cottage of that sadhu. So the bodyguards arrested the sadhu, and brought him to the king, claiming he is the one because we found the bag in front of his house, in front of his cottage. And sadhu is trying to explain him, no, it was not me. I never did anything. Please, I'm an ordinary, simple person. But all evidence proves that he is the one who stole. The king said, I want to punish him, sentenced to death. Put him in the cage of a lion. The lion whom the soldiers in the forest, they brought him for the pleasure of the king and to punish those who commit any crime. So that lion was in a cage for like starving from 3 days and roaring so much because he wants to eat someone. The king ordered, put this person in the cage of that lion. Everyone, it's like a stadium. Everyone was watching this. So cruel. So cruel. This king is so cruel. How he can do this? Just punish him with something. But sentenced to death? Putting that person in the cage of a lion? What we can do? We are helpless. No choice. No choice. So, the cage was brought in the middle of that stadium, and sadhu was thrown in that cage. And as by nature, by default, sadhu is praying to his Lord. Mare Krishna, Rakhe ke, Rakhe Krishna, Mare ke. If Krishna wants to save and protect me, then nobody can kill me. But if Krishna wants to kill me, then no one can save me. He has full faith on Krishna. This is called 100% surrender mood. If he loves me, I love him. But if he loves me, if he wants to kill me, then who can save me? And with that mood, he was praying to the Lord. And everyone expected what? The lion going to come and eat him. When they opened the cage, the door of the cage, the lion came running towards that sadhu and he was freaking. Such huge body of a lion. Sadhu didn't recognize that lion, but lion recognized that person who helped me when I was in pain. Instead of eating, the lion came and he gave a hug to the sadhu and started licking him, showing his gratitude because he saved me. And everyone was struck with wonder. Surprise, how is that possible? Impossible. A lion is licking instead of eating. Nobody understood this. This is language of love. Those who love, they understand the language. Those who don't have love, they can't understand the language of love. Which is very deep. It's very subtle. The language of love. Even animals, they have love. And of course, human beings, they understand the language of love and they acknowledge that love. So the gratitude from heart with love and affection. If we express this to Krishna, immediately not only acknowledge, he comes and he embraces that. This is what he is hungry and thirsty for. Just our love. And the best way to to say Krishna, I love you, and to show gratitude is by reciting his names. He is very fond of hearing his own names. And in this age of quarrel, hypocrisy, the iron age of Kali Yuga, the best means to express our gratitude and to say Krishna, we really care and love you is by chanting his names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. One more time. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Sing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Krishna, Hare I just looked out and I saw fox. Sometimes bear also, right?
Never seen a bear.
Never seen a bear? The fox are many fox are around. Even the last visit I was here, I saw fox. Not dangerous, right? They're friendly. You give some prasadam, become friend. Okay, thank you so much for hosting this wonderful. One big clapping for the host.
Anyone have any questions for Maharaj? Anything on the mind? Kids? Anyone?
Kids have questions when we get prasadam.
Yeah, then Maharaj can also answer any questions after prasad as well. So please stay.
You know,